Alrighty, so I'm going to do a short video on my family tree. So first of all, there I am in my mid-20s. There's my father in his early 20s. Richard, Sr. And then Richard, his parents were Helen Dolores Smiley and Lester Bentley. And then Lester's parents were Edgar Bentley and Edabelle McLean. And then Helen's parents were Pansy Varee Smith and Guy Francis Smiley. Then we go back up, and Edgar's parents were Mary Jane Mann and Albert Bentley. And sometimes, let's see, Albert A. Bentley. But sometimes I've found him as George Albert Bentley. So, now, Edabelle's parents were Benjamin Franklin McLean and Elizabeth Margaret Scott. And I do not have Pansy's parents. I do not have photographs of Pansy's parents. Well, I take that back. I do not have pictures of of Guy's parents. I do not have pictures of Guy's parents. His dad was Samuel Gibbs and Nellie Smiley. Pansy's parents, I do have her mother. I do not have her father's photograph. Her father's name was Arthur Smith, and her mother's name was Minnie Brown. And let's just, from here, let's go across. Minnie Brown's parents were John Tipton Brown, and I do not have a photograph of him, and Ellen Piper. And there's Ellen Piper. Okay. Now we go back up to Benjamin Franklin McLean, and his parents were Jerome McLean and Caroline Holly. I do not have a picture of Caroline, but there's Jerome. Now, so far this from myself is 6 generations back. I can still go over one more generation on photographs. So I can go 7 generations back, my 4th great grandparents. Now I do not have a picture of Jerome's father, which is John McLean, but I do actually have an actual photograph of Jerome McLean's mother, Mary Van Cleve. And there's Mary Van Cleve. So I can go 7 generations back, 4th great grandparents on my dad's side as far as photographs. Alrighty, now we're going to go back, and this is myself. And now I will jump to my mother's side of the family tree. So as an overview, my dad's parents, let's see, my great grandparents, my 2nd great, 3rd great, 4th great grandparents on my dad's side. And here is my mother's side. This is my mother, Wanda K. Youngman. Her parents were Robert Youngman and Alice Ellen Gray. Now, I do not have Robert's father, but just to jump over, his name was Loren Youngman, by the way. I do have a picture of my great grandfather, Harrison Youngman. That's Harrison Youngman, which is Loren, Robert, Wanda, and then myself. Now back to Alice. Alice Ellen Gray, my grandmother on my mother's side. Her parents were Harry Edward Gray and Laura Etta Dunlap. Now, I do not have any more pictures of the Gray family, but from Laura Etta Dunlap, I can go over to John Dunlap and his wife, Emma Lavina Gates. So that is my family tree in photographs